Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Morocco, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Fonjema, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat kepan, graduate, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you got today?
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you got today?
Spoon. Spoon TV. Spoon.
Ba-da-ba-de-ba-de-ba.
Spoon.
Skiddy-biddy-biddy-da-ba-do.
Spoon TV. Spoon Entertainment.
Kua. Bese kua, kudileo. Kua, kudileo.
To the spoon to get
Yes,
your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon radio station. Spoon television.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we see Representative Stafford there have also blocked the road, like what happened at the Senate. What exactly is happening? What the information from the angle of the leadership of the House? I understand you are a member of
We have
that.
to ask the staffers who block the road. Not me.
According to them, they need an extra safety benefit.
But I did not block road.
Yeah. So what do you know about that? You are a leader. You are a leader in the Senate, in the mini House.
But being a leader, no staffers of the House of Representatives have ever come to me to inquire as what is happening, co-chair on this other administration. So nobody has asked me. I have had opportunity to speak to some of the leaders, some of the staffers of the House of Representatives that we have exerted all efforts. Once money comes from the executive that's meant for the special sitting, then definitely everybody will have it.
How do you see the action by the staffers?
Do you think it's necessary?
No, I don't believe that it's necessary because it is very, very important for us to understand what is obtaining here. At no point in time, money has been paid for staffers, and then the staffers did not give their money. It had never happened.
What is central administration doing to address it?
As far as I know, requests were made to the finance ministry, and that effort is being exerted to ensure that even certain lawmakers who were called by have not got a single cent. So for anybody to insinuate that lawmakers receive benefit of special sitting, and they try to deprive their staffers. I think it's disingenuous, it's completely erroneous, and baseless. People are doing it out of ignorance and maybe being influenced by a substance of bad governance. I think that's just what's happening.
You're not sounding negotiable like in the case of what happened.
No.
Don't you think there's a need for negotiation? These people, they are claiming extra certain benefit.
There is no point of negotiation because your just benefit, you are not being denied. If you are denied of your just benefit, then now people, when you stage demonstration, it is a point of negotiation. For me, who here, I have been here for more than 10 days. I have not gotten a single cent. Should I go to the mansion? Should I go to the president's office to go demonstrate? Now, when they have informed us that they are going to pay, we wait for the time.
But a serious special session
Get our money! 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 Get our money!
So, as you know, the legislature, that's the 54th legislature, will be ending its session today, and on the 15th of January, the new legislature, which is the 55th legislature, is going to take its seat, and there will be a ceremony here. And so senators who were voted out, representatives who were voted out, have been holding out stationaries and other furnitures from their offices. And so as you can see here, this senator or this individual is
Senator Marsha Dennis, who got voted out by the people of Grand Judea County, is moving his things away from the building. You can see the desk has already been placed in the speaker truck, and the chairs are also been placed there. You see the guys airlifting that chair. So Senator Marsha Dennis of
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO. Stand coming with the spoon and your boy.
Oh my word. Okay, so what a way to welcome you again. We are here live on another edition of the late night show again. We're live on Spoon 107.5 FM, Fabric 101.1 FM, Super 95.5 FM, and other frequencies across Liberia. We want to say thanks for joining us. We're live online as well, Spoon TV, Fabric TV, Super TV. And yes, thanks to our partner radio stations across Liberia that are relaying this program as well. So it's good to be here again tonight. This is where we get to talk about the trending national issues. We bring you critical analysis, critical views on those happenings here as they unfold every single night. So welcome. My name is Nelson Colette. I'm here with the rest of the team. Let me bring everyone on tonight. I see Francis Jabate is in the background. Let me bring him on first. But it's often said lady before gentleman. So I think I should bring the lady on first. So no, we're gonna have a vote. For those of you watching, it's an invisible vote. You're not seeing the people that are voting. I'm the only person who's seeing the people voting right now. So who first, lady or gentleman? Francis, where do you stand? If you stand for lady, you just give me a thumbs up. Okay, so everyone going for lady. Yeah. So who's the lady? Shirley Stan.
Hi,
Welcome.
Nelson.
It's good to have you.
Oh, same here. I was doing my sign language at the bike when you were talking, but we couldn't hear you. I was like, can't hear you, So
Imagine that. And that sign language helped me a whole lot because I was just talking. Once I'm seeing my gains here on the mixer board and I'm hearing myself in the headphone, I just thought that everything was okay. And then I wasn't looking at the comment section, but again, the sign language was a great help. And thanks a lot to you and the guys in the background. For
thank you.
Yeah, but it's good to have you today. How are you? How should I say? How was your day, or how is your day going?
Well, it's 7:21 here, so my day is almost over with, but it's been a really busy day. So
Okay.
I'm grateful to be home from an hour plus of drive from work. So
Oh wow. Oh, an
yeah,
hour drive.
yeah,
Eh,
hour 50 minutes actually.
Okay.
And they're just one way. So hour 30 minutes, 2 hours 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you on tonight. Let me bring in. A lot of people saying lady. No, someone said lady, and we got one gentleman. But welcome to the show, Francis. It's good to have you on.
Thank you. Good evening, good morning. I hear Shirley talking about hour 15-minute driving one way. I think about one of my brother. He came from Liberia. I took him to Maryland. Went to a party. Right, we left Jersey to go to Maryland for a party. I said, man, let's go. He said, "What we going?" I said, "Yeah, we're in Maryland, 2-hour drive." He said, "Man, you got out 2 hours?" When we got there, he said, "My man, how we get quickly in 2 hours?" I said, "Yeah, brother, you see the road you driving on? That 4-lane, 5-lane going one way." But I bet you I drive to Maryland from Morrisville. Maryland will take me a week if it's not rain, it'll take me a week.
Especially during the rainy season.
Even
It's
a
an
week
issue
is
all by
pushed up.
itself.
Exactly.
No, but actually, it's gonna take you a week. If you have the regular bad road condition during the rainy season, that's when it takes very long to get at that destination. But when everything is good, okay. So let's imagine us having a paved road, where you can drive on asphalt pavement from here in Monrovia to the southeastern region. On well paved roads. Come to think about it, you could leave from here and go to Grand Cru County, for example, and maybe you start to make your way back the next day, or the same day, depending on what you went for.
Bro, from
That's
Philly, right? To
that's one.
Atlanta.
Okay, let's do it one at a time. Okay, let's take
Yeah,
the
Prince
figure.
go. Let Prince go.
All right, so I would say if a real pavement road from Monrovia to Zwedju or to Maryland, you by 2 o'clock the next morning, you want to make your way back, it'll be put and you'll be able to come back and
Yeah.
arrive in time by 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock p.m.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question. Maybe you're familiar with both places.
Let me bring Mobile
Yeah.
on. Let me bring our co-moderator.
From New Jersey
Mobile, thank you for joining us
to
tonight.
Atlanta, right? It took me
Thank you,
about,
brother.
let's say, 12 hours to get there, right? Driving 12 hours. So if the road is good from Monrovia to Maryland, because I know Maryland is the farthest county away from Monserrado. From Monrovia to Maryland. And Maryland is the last county you look at the map.
Grand
All right.
Crew. You have Grand Crew. You have
Grand Crew. So,
yeah, you have
but
Maryland.
anyway,
Maryland.
is there any distance longer than driving from PA to Atlanta, Georgia, in Liberia, from Monrovia to any part of Liberia?
No, if you're driving from PA to Atlanta, it's farther than when you in Monrovia, you're going to Grand Crew.
It's farther, right?
Yeah, it's shorter because
Is it shorter or farther?
No, it's short. It's short because from Monrovia to Nimba, right? Like a 3 hours drive from Monrovia to the Nimba. So if you hit from Nimba to Tabata, it's like 2 hours drive.
So you pretty much say Liberia is smaller than that distance, right?
Yeah, it's smaller than it's smaller.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Imagine driving 12 hours. Then if we have good road over there, our people should be going and coming by in the same day.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
right,
I
but
think,
again, yeah.
I was gonna say, I think it would be kind of like good too for everyone that want to live in the city, work in the city. You can be in Grangy there, you can be in whatever place that is closer to the city. If it's gonna take you an hour plus or 2 hours, you can sacrifice and work in the city and go back to your family. So
I'm not going to be sad. My father used to leave from Banga and go to Monrovia to work. He was a chief of CRD. He would leave Banga and go to work. Every morning, before 8 o'clock,
that's what Google does, is open up the country and people can work anywhere they want to work.
Yeah. So that will help the economy too. That's something that the incoming president should look at. Make sure that those roads are cleared and people can drive back and forth. It'll be great.
Yeah. But again, welcome to the show, guys. Mobile, thanks for joining us. It's good to have you on. How are you today?
Super, man. What's going on?
A lot going on. Yeah.
I bring people. Well, let the Maluba camera be giving you. Maluba camera be giving. I mean, like it's shining. The full hair, everything's shining.
You can see the man said it.
I said, and it's smart said it. Just very simple. I mean, I love that, Maluba. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, guys, let's do a quick what's on your mind. Let's do a very quick one. Let's start with Mobile. I want to do something very quick here in the background. But Mobile, let's start 1 minute each. What's on your mind? Then we take Shirley. Then we take Francis. And yes.
Yeah, thinking that's it. Well. What on my mind today? The Liberian people, I read one for Richard Kuhn to be the next speaker. But the way things going, I think it's a little bit difficult for him. But we're still looking in a gap, and we're still trying to talk to some lawmaker that we get access to. We're talking to them. Some of them agree. Some of them like, oh, you know why we still observing. But another day, we want somebody who will work along with the old man, with JMB, that will bring stability in our nation and agree to concession that will benefit our people. And I want somebody who will come in and make things difficult for the Liberian people, more especially when in the interest of the Liberian people, because of what we believe that for Nati Kofa being a speaker, God forbid, it will be a very bad thing for our nation, because any maybe concession that benefit the Liberian people, I think, within my own understanding, he will be the one who will step on it, because he want to see this government feel like the past government, so the people can rebel against the government. So we are looking at that aspect as well. So we don't want, actually, for me, I don't want for Nati Kofa to be speaker, and we pray that let Richard Kuhn be the speaker, so our agenda can be met as a country and for the benefit of our people. Yeah, Sherry.
I will say what on my mind is first I want to say hello to everyone that's watching. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. What's on my mind? I am thinking about the inauguration that is coming up on the 22nd. I'm also thinking about the election on Monday. And I am looking forward to the staff are getting paid tomorrow, or at least get half of what they're supposed to get tomorrow, so that way they can know that they can be able to feed their family first of all, and then they can stop the protests, because we have a lot of historical days that are coming up on Monday and on the 22nd. Those are days that are so important. But if those staffers are not paid or get half of their pay check as they were promised, they have the right, the constitutional right, to go out and protest and continue their protests. So I hope and I prayed that they can get their money tomorrow, some of their money tomorrow. And then we can look forward to Monday and the 22nd. If not, there will be no Monday and there will be no 22nd, because the people need to get paid. So that's what on my mind. And I give it to
Francis,
you.
please go ahead.
Francis, we're not hearing you. No, no sound yet.
Okay, please go ahead, Prince. Prince, go ahead. Francis, log
You
out
gotta,
and log in.
Francis, you gotta lock off and come. All right.
All right, so what's on my mind? First and foremost, let me say good morning to you, Nelson, and the rest of the team member. If you have any of them, the security at Spoon tonight. And let me say good afternoon to my Liberian people and those on the platform here. What's on my mind is that I really, really appreciate the volunteers that are cleaning the city. Those guys are doing marvelous job. I am telling you. I'm not seeing Liberians committing themselves to selfless working for people that aren't receiving pay, but at least they're having lunch and they're going home quietly and they're going home satisfied. I really appreciate them, for real. From the day that groundbreaking ceremony went on in Pinsville, that took effect and it's still going on up to now. The other day I saw a carway up to the new bridge that they just built. The people cleaning even the sand on the sidewalk. That's what we call Liberians coming back together to be loyal to the country. The loyalty that we had before, that non-violence that we had before. I think Liberia is going somewhere and getting somewhere. And besides that, I know that the people, the staffers need to receive the compensation or the gas slip. Madam Young Big Kanga Lawrence, please, man, as you were the head of this team that came to address these people, please, 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 because the thing there is that you don't want to have a dark side in this coming regime. That is, you don't want people that coming to Liberia, the vice president of the United States, although the country will be seized, airspace will be locked down, security will be untight. We don't want that. These people suffer for the money. It's their right. Let it have it. We know it's not easy, but any form of shit that the government elect can make up way for people to receive their funding, let it please do it. Tomorrow is Friday. In La Brea, already Friday. Saturday, that half a day. Usually people work half a day. 11 o'clock, everybody going out of the offices, some of the people. So I hope and pray that this does not bring another disgrace to us. That's on my mind.
Thank you. Well, nothing you there? Or you want to? That nothing. Nothing a little bit busy. Yeah, but you see, I think we just do a general. Maybe we can discuss. Okay, Francis, go ahead.
Yeah, can you guys hear me now?
You good?
Yeah, man. Every time I get on, people be calling my phone and it mess me up.
Yeah, anytime when call come in, that what happen? You gotta restart. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, for me, this is the
Whatever,
second
man.
time I'm mentioning this. I don't like hearing these representatives or congressmen and women coming on and talking about, that people in that district always coming to them asking them for help. Because Dwalu asked another lady today, I think she's a supporter of Unity Party. She's an incoming representative, I think from Montreal District 5. He asked her, do you think it's necessary for you guys to be getting paid more than $3,000 each a month, excluding all of your incentives and stuff? And poof, she went straight to, the people in our district are be coming for help. It seems like they rehearsed this thing. It doesn't matter the corrupt CDC government or the incoming government or whoever. Everybody in Congress, that a talking point, or representatives, that a talking point. The people can come ask. The Liberian is asking you to do nothing for them. But the reason they can't ask you is because you're sitting over there, you don't pass good laws or good bills to help the people. You're just take all the money, put in your pocket, then the people be hungry. So when they're hungry, they gotta come beg you. With their own money, they gotta come beg you for some. So don't be giving their excuse. It's embarrassing. You guys should be embarrassed anytime you open your mouth and talk about, we should be getting all the money we're getting because the people can be begging you. There should be ashamed of yourselves. Because Liberian people are not lazy people. Should I create an opportunity for them to go to their farm or go to work and make their businesses? And they don't care what you do. Just make their life better. But you want to make your own life better, then you talk about an excuse for your exorbitant income is because the people in your district be begging you. She said, and now about it's about also what we're doing with the money we give to the people. Like people don't care about that. Just do what you're supposed to do. But you don't do nothing. You don't do nothing, representatives and senators. It's ridiculous.
Right,
Like all of them, all representatives, new representatives, all senators, new senators, all of them come with that same talking point. We gotta do stuff for our people. They're not asking you to get a scholarship. Pass laws. Pass good bills. Let people be able to benefit and do something for themselves. Like people are very proud people. They like to earn that stuff. But I still made people beg us. They always talking about, we gotta help them, and people at the can ask us. They have to be embarrassed every time you make those statements out of your mouth.
Thank you. You know, what you say, Prince?
That's that. Look at the map that you just did 2 days ago on the people gasoline. $1.some million USD for gasoline.
No, that man math not correct. I prefer key math there. I prefer key math there. That math not correct.
That math is a perfect key math. Then I agree that perfect key math. Well, I think we reduced that representative by 1,000. I think it was 2,000 representative.
We can tell that math is a perfect key math.
Okay, Nelson.
That's 0 point. When what?
0 point. It is 0.80. It is zero.
But Nelson, if a man gets 10,000 gallons,
lots of things happening. Yeah, listen. We'll talk about the lawmakers.
Do you have Nelson, please.
We'll talk about.
Do you have a gas station to carry 10,000 gallon coupon? Do you have a gas station, Nelson, to carry that amount of gas?
Yeah. Where do they go with all the gas, though?
You went 3 days.
No,
where do they go? You get $1,000, $2,000 gas slip. Where do you go? From your house?
You know, one time we're having a very
good one time into the office.
Right? Wow. People were saying that, more especially our friends from the CDC were saying that La Brea don't have revenue a place to generate revenue. Labrador don't have money. I said, no, you can't say that. Liberia, right? Where Liberia is situated, right? Liberia have a lot of resources. You can't debate that. When you look at the money the people calling in the House of Representatives, that president taking or senator taking, you fool your head and say, what? Where all the money coming from? Then you say Liberia don't have a resources that can sustain 8 people. It is false because the
Princess,
people
when
believe.
I was actually interested in the way she Miss Cooper represented
Yeah,
herself, the
that's
way
the
she
lady I
was
was talking about.
talking.
Yeah.
But when that question was asked, the way she answered that question, I was just like, how can I tell you are different from the rest of the people that we are trying to kick out or that
But
we
this
kick
is
out?
but this is how it works, right?
How are you
Right?
different?
This is how it
Because
works.
it
Mama,
seems
hold
like
on.
you want to enable people to come over to you and look at you always for help instead of giving them the tools and resources to be able to create their own wealth, create their own money or make money for their family. But it seems like, and that's what I got from her from that question. It seems like, okay, I get 10,000 plus dollar and I sit in my office and I have the people in my district come and ask for me to pay their children's school fee. So you can do it for 1 or 2 days or 3 days or 2 months.
Mhm.
Then what happened then? So you need to give people the tools that they can use and be able to make money themselves. So that way they're not coming to you for money because they can make money themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Shirley. That's a very great point. Lots of things happening in the country. We want to flip through the first one here real quick. A lot of you know we briefly talked about this. Transition is happening. We're about to witness a smooth transition from one democratically elected government to another democratically elected government. And as part of the process, the people who have been steering the affairs of the country for the past 6 years, all right, those individuals are expected to give an account of what or how well they manage. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at the same time, but of how well they manage the country, and they are expected to see exactly uh how much they're leaving government with. Of course, that's part of the uh
That's I'm sorry. Can
the
you put Prince in the back until he's settled?
okay,
The
sorry.
part of the transition thing, right?
No, yeah, but Prince, don't do that to us. Prince, whenever you want to attend to something, just cut your webcam off, and then when it's settled, you can come back. Mobile, can you switch your? We won't be seeing all that thing in the background there,
My
man.
man, it's not that plastic bag. I trash it, my man.
Yeah, but you gotta switch it the other way.
Yeah,
Anyway,
man.
I won't do it behind camera anymore. I want to do it right on camera. But the lawmakers are expected, not just lawmakers,
I'm
but
not off my man.
all the other people who have been steering the affairs of the country, presidential appointees, are expected to declare their asset, tell the Liberian people how much they are leaving government with. Remember, when they were appointed in those different positions, they declare their asset because it is required by law, Section 5.2 of the Code of Conduct for public officials in Liberia. Every presidential appointee, once they say Shirley that minister today, um, 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 Francis that deputy minister, or Moba is some head of agency or whatever.
Francis, you deputy and
You,
minister, okay? So just so you know,
yeah,
you honor me, okay?
yeah. You're supposed to declare your asset. You're supposed to say how much you're coming into government with and how much you leaving government with, and that is done. The idea behind that is to promote this whole thing about transparency, to know exactly to compare the person's wealth to what they were making government, comparing it to what they enter government with, just to foster transparency. And when you are employed, when you are appointed, when you are promoted, and when you are leaving, So because these officials of government are leaving, it is required that they again come back to declare their asset, to tell the Liberian people how much exactly is it that they are leaving government with. And so the LACC that is responsible for this has released its preliminary listing, or the first listing of officials of government, because the first thing to consider here is that these individuals will very soon, very, very soon be out of government. Majority of them immediately when JMB is inaugurated on the 22nd of January, all those people will be in the other government. They will be in the next government. And that's why it's very important for this whole thing about asset declaration to be addressed at this time. Well, the LACC has come up with a listing. So I'm going to try to post a few of them up so that you see some of the people who have successfully declared their assets. Depending on the gadget you're using to watch the show, depending on the gadget you're using, you might see it clearly or you might not see it clearly. But these are the individuals. These are the listing. All right. Let me see if I can zoom this one a bit and see. Okay, no, it's still so small. So I'm just going to read it out from my end.
Yeah, because I'm using my laptop, Nelson, but it's so small.
Yeah, you barely see that. So I'm gonna read that from
But
my
Nelson,
end.
you sort of put in the group chat long since, man. I think what coming with you.
Okay, I'm gonna share it as well for you guys to have access to it as we go through this. Let me do this as soon as possible so that you guys can go through it. But so they did it by ministries. First, they're starting with the ministries. From one ministry to another ministry to the other ministry, and just like that. So I'm going to start with the Ministry of Finance. We're going to start with the Ministry of Finance. And it's done in such a way where the people who have declared is all clear, is rating they're compliant. The people who are not declared is in red and is rating non-compliant. And so let's take a look at a few of the officials of government of the George Weah administration. Now, when the government took over in 2018, this thing about asset declaration became a very serious issue. Liberians raised concerns here and there. There were issues all around the place about this whole asset declaration. A lot of people saw it as something that they should not even be talking about, since in fact those in government knew exactly that they should have done this. They knew exactly that they should have done it. All right. Oh, it's a bit difficult to get this thing spread out the way I want it. So let's go by ministries and agencies and all of that. So you take, for example, the Ministry of Finance. The first ministry that people started with, the Ministry of Finance. So at the Ministry of Finance, you have about 10 individuals on this listing. So you have Samuel Twe, the minister. According to what we have here, he has declared compliant. Still at the Ministry of Finance, Samara Wolokoli, all those people compliant. They've declared their asset. They've told the LECC what they are leaving government with. And then Diana Nimbo of the National Port Authority, the NPA boss, is yet to declare. Is there non-compliant? It's in red. You have other officials of government from the National Port Authority. Sam Doe is yet to declare. Is there non-compliant? You go at the at other Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism. Lots of the ministers, except 4 persons, but the rest of them have not declared their asset, including Kwame Weeks, the Director General of the Liberia News Agency, and a lot of other officials of government. They are yet to declare their asset. Now, this is important because it is required by law. that as those people are entering government, they say exactly how much they entering government with, how much they leaving government with, and all of that. Now, with this listing coming from the LACC, some officials of government yet to declare their asset, and in fact, to a point where the LACC is now calling on those people, calling on all non-compliant officials of government to ensure that they declare their asset, begging them to comply with the law. Let's get your take on this, guys, and then we're going to make a quick transition to something very important we're about to talk about. Okay.
Nelson, I'm kind of.
Jerry, you're in Liberia. My word. That's Jerry for you. Oh no, Jerry called his webcam off. But Charlotte, go ahead. You're saying something.
Nelson, I'm afraid, so I'm kind of curious to know those that were able to tell or list what they leaving government way. I want to know what they entered the government way first. What was their asset and what are they leaving with?
You know, and that's interesting. This is where it gets very interesting. Now, the law is crafted in such a way where those people are required to declare their assets, whether entering government when you're promoted or you're leaving. But the law doesn't make it mandatory for those individuals to declare their assets, to publish their assets. So you can declare your asset. You can go to the LDCC, for example. You say, I, Shirley, I worked in government from this time to this time. Okay, I'm entering government with this amount, or I'm leaving government with this amount. But where it gets interesting is, the ordinary Liberian down there will have absolutely no understanding, no idea whatsoever about what you've declared, except where there's an issue and you decided to go and you really want to know. There's a whole procedure for that. You have to go through the court and everything. The court will have to give authorization and so forth. But they declare the asset, but the asset is not public. So one argument that has been on the floor over the time is, look, it's one thing for those people to declare it, but it's very important for them to publish the assets so that the Liberian people will know. But again, even like the current president, when that debate came up, he said, look, I've declared my asset by law. That's what's important. How much I have as an asset is up to me, and my children needs to be protected. That was the response of the president at the time. But let's hear from you, Shirley. What's your take on this whole asset?
My thing is, though, how
officials are dragging their feet on this whole thing.
So how do you? So I understand they go over and they declare their asset, and then they leaving. They say, okay, this is what we're leaving with. So how is that doing justice to the Liberian people? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's the law, and I don't want to question that, but I'm just saying, if it's something where it's supposed to benefit the Liberian people, we need to know what their asset is when they are entering government. We need to know what they're leaving with when they are leaving government, because that shows that they are transparent. We want to know that these people are not someone who enter government with just $1,000. They're leaving government with 200,000+, and I'm just saying, like, I don't think I get it. Like, how is it benefiting we the regular Liberian?
Are you saying, Shirley? Are you saying that in the first place, this whole process is condemned because it's not? You think it's not benefiting the Liberian people?
Absolutely, it is. Like, what's the point of that?
Not making the asset public? You think so?
Yes. And how do you even verify that? Because I can come. Some people that are really smart, they can just list a lot of things that they don't even have in their bank account, and they can come, or people make a lot of fake documents these days, right? People can even make a fake master degree. They can do that. So how sure are the Liberian people that these people are not putting in all type of things that they have and they don't have? And then they're leaving, they can list less things than what they really got from the government. So it's not benefiting us. So I don't know.
I think that's a very good argument you're coming up with. That argument is very good. So your point is, if the officials cannot be mandated by law
Right.
to publish their asset, then the whole
Right.
thing is of no use. You think
It's
so?
not. It's useless. Period.
Yes, Nelson, can I come in?
Yeah, let's hear from you, Moba.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're right,
but,
because
welcome, welcome, Jerry. Jerry is in Liberia. That's why his is dark.
Nelson, before I order somebody, right?
Yeah,
The
man,
public,
my listening, there's no comment right now at the moment. So
my man will know you in
Hey,
Miami.
Jerry, we miss you.
So,
Hey, Jerry.
Nelson, before, like, we know that you can, maybe you get, maybe the only thing you write, we will know how much you will get, or how much you bring to the table, how much you get in your account, what was your assets, before we would know that what you're living with. But we don't know how much you were having. We don't know. You were having, rather, we don't know. We don't know how much your resource, or what's the resources, or what's the property value you have. We don't know how much in your account, right? And now you telling us now you want to tell us how much you get now. So how will we know that you were having $300 or $400 in your account, and today you're having almost $1,000 in your account? So it's difficult. Shadi, look, you just nailed it right on the head, right? If we can know, if we cannot know that you guys, when you enter office first, right, you never declare your assets publicly to the Liberian people. So what will make us to believe that what you're giving us now is in line with what you're enter with? So it's just confusing. You're right. So all the things is just based on corruption, because they will tell you, say the law say we must declare our assets, but we will not publish it. What is sense in that? The Liberian people, right, supposed to know how much you come in office with, how much you get, what is your worth. You understand? So if you declare your assets tomorrow, and if you're in government, and people understand that you're building your houses, you're doing this, and people will not, they'll come out and say, man, when you're in government, you will not get nothing but not in building houses. You understand? So the public now will judge you based on what you have and what you're working for. You will not end up, because you see, majority of them today, they tell you, say they will talk about our asset, but they will not publish it. They are all corrupt, because nothing they were having, they were not having nothing. Zero balance was in our account, some of them. But today, go check in our bank account. They got millions of dollars. They said they will not publish it. You know why? Because they already know how much they came with and how much they coming our way. So that whole law, right? That whole law should be amended by whosoever that publish that law. It should be amended. They should visit that law if only your assets, if you declare assets, it can be published, then that is stay. So they should come out with a law that the Liberian people will judge based on that identical law. We can just sit down here every day. They put food I can't government with nothing, but are going out with millions of dollars. What is sense in me? It's all
How do
based on the
you
Liberian people's law.
even validate that though?
How would
Is
you
there
know?
a way to validate? Yeah.
So even when they go to the auditing commissioner, right? Whatever they say there, a leader, they say, don't publish it, don't publish my wealth, don't publish what I get, don't publish my assets, don't publish it. It then leaves as a secret. How the Liberian people will know how much you coming in power with, or you coming in government with, how much? How they will know?
Thank you.
So it made no sense, man. Ali, Jerry, you guys right now, you're about to take power. Make sure you tell how much you get before you sit down over there. Or my own brother, when I come with Swallow GB, will do everything. But guess what? But I don't want to say.
Okay, so let's hear from you, Francis. I know Jerry, you want to talk now. You want to talk, Jerry, but just hold on a bit. Let's hear from Francis on this. Francis, asset declaration. 5.2 of the Code of Conduct. Some are declaring, some are not declaring. What's your whole take on this asset declaration in the first place? Then we'll come to the compliant aspect.
All right, one, just to try to correct a few things. One, we all want public, we want it to be made public, but when these guys declare the asset, the LACC has copy. So it's not like you just can't say LACC, yeah, my asset, but I'm taking it back. I'm not sure the public know. They have copies. So when they are leaving and they declare out the outgoing asset, the LCC also will have copy. And the audit that we are all calling for, when there's an audit, yeah, it's frustrating that the public does not have access to it. Hopefully, they can amend that rule and make it public. But when there's an audit, the auditors will still see their incoming asset and the outgoing asset.
Yeah.
So the only thing we need to pray for is a proper audit of the outgoing officials. But it is there. It's not something that I say, oh, they will not be touched. I honestly have frustration that we the public don't have access to it. So hopefully they can make access. But if they don't, an internal audit will reveal if somebody over the last 6 years or 18 years for senator or whatever the case may be, how many terms, it will show.
But now let's talk about the compliance aspect a bit. There are some officials who are complying now, and there are others who are not. And to a point where the LCC is calling on those people to begging them, encouraging them, begging them.
But that's where enforcement. That's where court enforcement is supposed to kick in, because if they give you a deadline, like even in school, they say people are due their time. You start to lose point, whatever the case may be. I know this is not school, but if they tell you need to do it, and it's law that you have to do it, and you don't do it, you should be held accountable. There should be rules in place. Nobody is above the law. So, but that's a good thing, that the fact that they say somebody missed the deadline, that means people are declaring the asset. LCC have record of that. But my only thing here is, I know this outgoing government. My thing for Liberia, all my example is coming for the GMB government. I just waiting for him to appoint his people so they can start declaring the asset. And I hope his folks will push for these assets to be made public, for people to be able to see it and stuff. I mean, I don't know if it's our right to see it or not, but as long as they are declaring it and the LCC can prove that they have it and they're able to double check when they leave, I mean, I think that's fine with me, whether it's public or not. But if it can be public, I will appreciate it. But as long as they are doing it upon getting into office and upon leaving, and auditors can have access to it, I'm fine with it.
Thank you, Francis. Let's hear from Jerry.
You pawn. The man like bro, my man. Why Miami looking?
No, my man. You know, the day I arrived here, they say I know what the transformer left, so sometimes we use it.
Don't get blind from that Chinese loud.
I don't know, but
that's what the people are saying. Yeah, you in China. There is no light in China.
That's another time. Let me speak from the back, but I don't know what I'll be permitted.
No,
but,
why we enjoying you there, my man?
No. I enjoying the man. Why you flash it? No, listen, my man. Hey, you know flashlight, the one you can flash, the torchlight. Why you flash it like in your eyeball, in your face, right in your face? You seen it?
No. Bagu. So let my webcam be off. Let me make my point, bro.
No, let him.
No. That webcam will be
Jerry, the black and white is giving, yeah. It's giving right now.
Miami.
Don't matter. But listen, this is why we said from 2018 that asset declaration was very key, and then the president needed to lead everything. But then what the president did, he didn't declare the asset. He just went and started breaking down properties and building them and all these things. So back of the officials today,
the president declared his asset.
No, but bro, I'm speaking as somebody who condemned the president. We needed to be reminding the president every day, crying on him to declare asset. How many times did
he declared last minute to time? I think about a week or so to the expiration date. But the fact is that the president declared. Jerry.
No, the issue is what I'm saying. The essence of that law is when you are walking in, like if they made Jerry like a sweeper in Pelican, Jerry should be able to show why he's walking in with, like many others have said. But what do you expect at this time when you saw people who could not even afford an apartment? They came and started buying houses in the name of taking loan from banks where you cannot find records. So today, if you see them, they never saw themselves leaving power at this time. So the way we abuse them democratically, and then they are leaving, and they accumulated unexplained wealth, you cannot get anything out of them. But what good news I get for them is they like it a drag. And you know, one thing I know, you cannot fatten a pig on market day. You cannot make the pig fight and something on market day. All these things and other laws they didn't respect. They will not respect it now, but we'll make them to respect it. Upon the inauguration of DMV, he said on day one, he will make sure that people will explain property that they accumulated. They got to tell us. We'll do comparative analysis between your salaries and the time you sell for whatever, you know, in the face of their quote-unquote harmonization. So I'm not surprised to see people begging people, you know, to come. We're not begging them. We're not waiting for 12 noon. After 12 noon, moving forward, they will explain tired, no evidence. This government is recklessly corrupt, and you will get to understand when the investigation shall have been concluded, and people will call it witch hunt. But we are here. We can tell you that you are in the media, you know what's going on, people begging people. We're not begging anybody. If they like, you must submit. But we already know what they have to explain.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Let's hear from you, Amy. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing about this whole asset declaration, about people calling people, is it a choice that they're giving them, or is the law?
No, it's the law. But if someone has a responsibility and they're not living up to that, maybe you just try to remind them, calling them
Because
to.
this is this is the government. This is people working and being governed by the law. Why should you be calling somebody and babysitting them when they know that's what everybody been talking about this thing here every time? It's not a secret or whatever. They shouldn't call you. Should already know what to do once you get elected. It shouldn't be something like somebody, oh, I beg you, bring your assets. And one more thing. Are they just bringing things and saying, oh, this is what I have? And nobody verifying it, going checking it to make sure that this is really true. This is what this person have. They just bringing paper and that's it. I mean, how does it work?
No, if there's an audit, then it will come into play. That's why it should be made available. But because when it's declared, until somebody accuses you of something or they audit your department naturally, then these things will come out. That's why the records are there. But they should be
now they're declaring their assets.
So in other words, I mean, with my little 200 in my account, I can come and say I got 50,000, and that people will be there and say, I mean, came in with a 50,000.
The thing is, first of all, it's about sincerity. That's the first thing. It's about sincerity.
Yeah, but that's not everybody that's sincere. We know that.
Yeah, the next thing is the assets that are being declared. There are some fast checking everything that are done to ensure that what you've declared is actually what your asset is. There may be some issues around that, and stuff like that, but the process is in place. You declare your asset. It's like you go to the LRA, for example, to declare the value of a property, right? You say my property costs XYZ amount. They equally have a validation team that will go and look at that property, be able to value that property. The appraiser, yeah, that's the right word. The appraiser, they will appraise that property, compare that property, what you've declared to what the actual market value of that property is for today, and so all of that happens with the process.
No, well then, if that is the case, I don't think they should be sweating anybody. If you don't bring it, whatever the consequences are, they should be making sure that it happened. That's the only way. Everybody from the next government, and that's the only way people would be more responsible and be on point to do stuff like that. Because if you come, it's like a job description. You come into a job, they're telling you that this is what all the code of ethics, code of conduct and stuff like that. If you go against it, you get in trouble. Whatever happens, happens. But if that Liberia here means something, it will continue. So the implementation of the law in Liberia are the problems. They need to start it now, and this new administration needs to be like the turning face of everything. And I hope they do that.
Thank you. Chris, let's hear you quickly on this one, sir. Then we transition quickly.
All right, thank you, Nelson. Let me say good morning to you, Jerry. Because though you're not on, but I know you're listening. Welcome to Liberia anyway. And Nelson say, I know what kind of current you're having in that country is easy. But you see, Nelson, the access declaration component of leadership from government to government is being a joke. The LACC also being a joke in terms of access declaration. Nelson, I said, what I mean just said, when she said, oh, she get $200 in her account, and she got bringing people say, oh yeah, in my bank statement said $200. And there's no key verification of what I mean got that $200 or she got a home that value that $200. And then when I'm walking away of government, I come and say, well, I built all the property that I had it before. Or because, oh, the Liberian thing. That notion of Liberian thing, Liberians got to get away with it. For real. Liberians got to get away with it and get to business. When you tell John Brown, say, declare your assets, they should be able to do that. Without that, there's no appointment. Without that, there's no appointment. But bulk of the laws in Liberia, by the Constitution, need to be revised. Nelson, it needs to be revised. We need to have how we call it, reformation of the Constitution, because there are some things that are damaging people and only there for those that are in offices. It don't help the common man. No. Again, I will come back to even the gasoline issue. Nelson, you give me 10,000 gallons every month. 10,000 times 12. How much thousand gallons you got? You can open a gas station.
Please, I don't want us to go to that gasoline issue because it will be a diversion.
I'm not going to it. I'm not going to it, Nelson, but I'm just making some example. What I'm saying is that
Jerry, you have to decide if you want to be in this show or you want to speak from backstage.
You Miami, my man. Miami.
Yeah, just conclude, so we make the transition.
Yeah. So Nelson, I think that the LACC should be real strong, very strong on this law because it's by constitution. So they should be very, really, really strong on it. If not, it will always fly away. It will always fly away.
Thank you.
And I hope JMB take into consideration this portion of it for real.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, folks, we want to make the transition here. There's something very important we want to talk about. A lot of you are aware that the battle for the speakership is on. And Representative Fonati Kofa, the deputy speaker, and Honorable Richard Nagwekun are the two people that are in the race. President George Weah is reaching out, trying to make sure that the CDC secures his seat. Buffer Chambers, in the midst of everything he's going through, feels betrayed that his CDC has neglected him and left him in his legal battle all by himself, all alone. Well, as President George Weah is reaching out, the president-elect, Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boakai, is equally reaching out to ensure that he gets the speakership, that the Unity Party gets the speakership. Now, the CDC did this thing so well, they played the card so well, that they were able to get the speakership and the deputy speakership. Now, the Unity Party, from all indication, has her eyes on the speakership. If it will mean that the deputy speakership goes away, well, that's it. But for the speakership, the Unity Party has her eyes right there. So why this is going on, everyone is reaching out, engagements are being made, and everything you can talk about. I mean, all the different things are going on. This man, Nathaniel Bowie, had a press conference today. In the press conference, he pledged his support to the speakership of Representative Richie Nangbe Kun. Now, in the process, I want to play this video here because I see a lot of people have been running with this, and so much have been said about this particular video. I'm going to play the video. I'm going to give you the time to make some analysis around this. But this is what he said at his press conference today, and then of course we'll come in with the other communications that are coming up after this one. But this is what he said. I want you to listen.
Lawrence S. Kamara, and I work for Red Power FM TV, Broadview City. Let me commend you for this major press conference. It's being alleged that lawmakers that went to Walker's place allegedly received $25,000 from the incoming president ambassador Walker to support his candidate Richard, who is a lawmaker District 11. Do you want to comment on that? Did he receive your own share of the $25,000?
Well, thank you very much. I was there when the woman make it clear that you will be giving $25,000 to each individual so that they will see reason and support their district. Because district dwellers will be coming to Morovia, some will be going back, and so you're there to serve them. You don't need to go back to him to say, give me this so that I can carry my people back home.
So the $25,000 was no way to support
Richard yet. I will receive it, but I have not received it.
It was not intended to support Richard Kun for the speakership.
No, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think I don't think it's a bribe.
So will the 25,000 be?
It's not a bribe. He only spoke about it, say, so that you people can serve your district.
Okay. Thank you for the
clarification. Not merely to
okay. The COS to close down the
district.
The COS.
Okay, we want to say thank you for this conference, and we create you for each time we call upon you. The honorable have cleared it out already.
Okay. So there you have it, guys. This is where we are. So everyone is reaching out. The lobby is going on. And Nathaniel Bowie had a very great press conference today. But the honorable man said, and this has taken the center stage. I see a lot of publications around this. And so I thought that it's important for us to talk about it. It's important for you to weigh in your thoughts on it. He said that he's one of those lawmakers who attended the meeting. He heard Ambassador Boakai say that, okay, we gave you, he heard that Ambassador Boakai will give some $25,000 so that they can take care of their district, or as you heard him, pay the way of other people to go back and so on. But it's not a bribe. It's not a bribe. And then he goes on to say that, okay, so I don't know. I want you guys to weigh in your thoughts on this. It's very interesting because let me hear from you, Mova. Let me hear your take on this.
Thank you. You see, Nelson, you know, if we don't understand how the horse work, right? Sometimes we think that everything that people do in there is, you know, they have been brave. But when it comes to the speakership, right? When it comes to the speakership, I believe with him myself, or Fonatikova doing the same. George, we are doing the same. So if Boakai trying to lobby and maybe try to pull people to you know, to accept his agenda, which is or Kun, for me, you know, although I feel like a bribery. No, let me call the shot.
Oh, okay. Before you call this whole thing short, before you call this whole thing short, all right? Yesterday night, okay, a couple of days ago, let me now start from there. You heard one of the lawmakers, Representative Colbert, when he said all of what he had to say. And then Mr. Eugene Fagon said, and I'm quoting him, he alleged that Yeke Koluba received a brand new pickup from Musa Ability. And that pickup he sent it to a family in Ghana. He's not talking about it. But the point I'm driving at is you talk about lobbying at this particular level for the speakership, the battle for the speakership. There are so many things happening. Some are promises, all right? Some are coming cash, some are coming in kind, but there are different things that are happening at different stages of the lobby and the fight for, and everything. President George Weah is equally reaching out.
The same way.
Councillor Fonati Kofa is reaching out. Just the other day, there was a meeting held at Councillor Kofa's law firm where lots of lawmakers attended. There are offers from both sides of the table. There are offers coming in from every side. So again, my question is, will you consider this a bribe in the first place? Is it part of the regular legislative politics? No, come in. Is this part of the regular legislative politics or the lobbying that goes on at the legislature? Or is this something that is just not good for our democracy at all?
I think it's not good for I think it's not good for our democracy. But look at the environment we find ourselves in. Number one, like the type of country we find ourselves in, where lawmakers take everything like, he's doing it in a sense that he wants for somebody to come to that speaker seat so that his agenda can be published and it can be accepted in the country, and so agenda can be accomplished. But then, I'm looking at it on the other side within myself. I say like a compensation, right? Maybe I want to compensate.
Okay, just for a quick clarity, Mo Ali, I understand. I'm still trying to lay my hand on that document, but I understand you clarify that it's not 25,000 as mentioned by the lawmaker, is rather 5,000. All right, but let's hear from you. Take off from where you stop, then we'll take Jerry.
So let me just conclude by saying this, right? Nelson, first of all, let we weigh our environment, our lawmaker. Everything they do in our country or the does, you gotta, they gotta get something like a compensation or something or some kind of way so they can be able to, they should be. But I believe that it is wrong. But then when you look at it on the other side, JMB is not president yet. So what all he's doing it with his own, his own goodwill. Maybe his own gesture, like, okay, let me do this so that the people can be able to, he's doing it his own way. He's not president yet.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you. I see you trying to put something out, coming out gradually.
We want an agenda to be met. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Baba. Let's take Jerry, then we'll take
He's jumping over us, the ladies.
No, I'm gonna skip the two ladies
here.
Yeah,
Jerry. It's very interesting. Let me say this. Let's look at the essence for which GMB decided to invite lawmakers about his political interests, because he's a member of a political party before he's now president of the republic, and he's going to govern our party, kind of stuff. But the essence was to share his legislative programs and agenda to say, look, this is what we're going to do. So this is not something that JMB is going to take cash tomorrow morning against somebody. That's why when Mo Ali is clarifying that maybe we're talking about even the Ellen Johnson said it time, the first term of the Unity Party, there were always some intervention through budgetary appropriations and to facilitate some of the activities that lawmakers can do in terms of their community engagements. A lot of things that George Weah even canceled, county development funds and a lot of things, thought that they could decide everything. So it is not something that JMB is going to cash tomorrow morning and give it to lawmakers. You listen to him, it's not bribe. He was just telling him that in some like some of our legislative programs is to facilitate, what you do, because we are aware that there will be system instituted. So anything that will be placed in the budget to maybe enhance the activities, it had to meet all of the PFM procedures. It had to go through the PPCC process. So JMB was just trying to let them know that if you support this candidate, whether somebody be speaker or not. It is part of the bigger picture. It's part of our legislative programs. That besides the county development fund or social development fund, there are other things that we know that legislators are engaged with. Is that something that is going to distribute cash to say I gave you money now, like in the case of?
Let me play the video again. Let me play this video again. It's very important. You'll conclude, then we get Shirley coming in.
Lawrence S. Kamara and I work for Red Power FNTV, Broadview City. Let me commend you for this major press conference. It's being alleged that lawmakers are going to Walker's place and allegedly receive $25,000 from the incoming president Ambassador Walker to support his candidate Richard, who is a lawmaker District 11. Do you want to comment on that? Did he receive your own share of the $25,000?
Well, thank you very much. I was there when the woman make it clear that you will be giving $25,000 to each individual so that they will see receive and support their district. Because district dwellers will be coming to Morovia, some will be going back, and so you're there to serve them. You don't need to go back to him to say, give me this so that I can carry my people back home.
So the 25,000 was no way to support
the yet. I will receive it, but I have not received it.
It was not intended to support Richard Kuhn for the speakership.
No, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think that I don't think it's a bribe.
So will the 25,000 be?
It's not a bribe. He only spoke about it, say so that you people can serve your district.
Okay. Thank you for the
not merely to
okay.
The
COS to close down the
district.
And that's it. Jerry, you want to conclude here?
Yeah. So you see, you listen to him. This is a legislative, commitment. Now, look, my people, this is part of our program. Not that you're going to give you the money tomorrow, money to go and vote. No, it happened before. Like even the gone time, even though there were a lot of criticism from the legislature, where they gave them 30,000 for community engagement, all of that. All these things, not the way the judge we have time. Why you find a lawmaker or just put 30,000 in a pocket and run them out. There are issues that when we talk about financial policy, our programs. So JMB was just trying to tell you that based on the issue of everyone working, you are representing your people to do things in relation to it. He said it. Without hearing from the president-elect, I can tell you because we knew the essence of inviting them was to share his legislative agenda and say, this is what I would do. And we will try through your various offices. Some money will be placed in the budget, what of 25,000, what of 5,000. So is that something that we're going to give bribe that the way and other people are being accused of ditching out cash? No, JB is not one person who will be bribing legislators to go and do things because you're not sending anything dangerous. You will not send something like Iboma, document, and all kinds of fake things at the legislature. That's why everything we send, because some of these people who want to be speaker today and want to ignore Richard Nabeku, the president wants to, facilitate bulk of the things. It's not a normal way where you go and be distributing money. No. This is part of his legislative program. You hear from the communication team, you hear from everyone. JB cannot dish out money to give it to people to go and vote for a candidate. No. He was just trying to let them know. If you go back and listen to that video, he said to help your district. And where Bishop Baga can get money from? Out of the national budget. So everything else he talked about, giving money or this, that, is part of the legislative programs.
Thank you. Let's hear from you, Shirley. What's your take on this?
Nelson, first, just hearing it, I'm so discouraged to even start with. And there is no way to sugarcoat anything here, okay? Because if you take 25,000, hopefully it's not 25,000. Even if it is 5,000.
Why did you clarify that it's 5,000? But
let's hear even if it's 5,000, okay? Even if it's 5,000, the fact that a meeting was called, 5,000 was promised to maybe each individual that show up to the meeting. Mm-hmm. That doesn't even look good. It doesn't sound good, and it doesn't look good at all. And the reason why, there's a few things to consider here. First, we got staff that are advocating for their pay. They are Liberian. They are civil servants that have been working. and they are advocating for their pay. And we also need to look at how the UP people are criticizing what's the other guy that is running to be the speaker of the house, that he is giving money out to people for people to vote for him, and that is considered bribing. And now we come back to UP and our president elect promising 5,000 for, regardless whether it's not given for people to vote.
Some sort of compensation. Okay, so let's take for example, you invite professionals for workshop, an activity, maybe a day event. Those people said, and just setting fees alone, sometimes just for the time they're going to be there, there's a package that goes for those people. Don't you see this as just a compensation for the legislators, the lawmakers who honor the invite of the vice of the president elect and decided to take an hour or two to attend that meeting, instead of seeing it as a bribe? Don't you see it as a bribe? Rather, don't you see it as some sort of compensation just for those individuals?
I don't see I don't see as any form of compensation, and the reason why, then we'll have to go back to the other individual giving the people money, and he can, in quotation, call it a form of compensation as well. So we need to put right what right is belong. If we want to make a change and criticizing people, bribing people to vote for them. And Jared, I see your hands. You can ask your question later. But if you are criticizing another person for doing wrong, you need to make sure that you are coming clean. It's okay if you have some kind of dinner, some kind of coffee for those people to eat and leave. That's fine. Giving in or promising in any form of money, that is something that doesn't sound good or look good for the Liberian people.
Thank you, Shirley. And there are so many things that will have to be clarified here by the speaker himself. But let's hear you, Jerry. Your hand is up.
Jerry already spoke.
Yes, I just wanted to clarify. The story is developing, but you will come back to me like tomorrow and say, yeah, Jerry was right. This thing is not bribe that we're giving the people. Everything that JMB said, it was part of his legislative plans. Go and do, Nelson, take your microphone. Let's
Jerry,
do
what does that mean? What does that even mean?
No.
Jerry, so what is that? What was the legislative plan?
Let's get
before. I know, I can guarantee you that JMB doesn't bribe people. But this is not the first time in our country history about lawmakers getting budgetary appropriation. And it is from that context I can say to you that JMB, because even if you listen to the man, it didn't say, I will give you money. Even the person who is alleging that all of these things happen about giving money, he said about district. And once it's about district, it means that you have to pass through the budget. So JMB will only tell you what kind of programs, how they can help lawmakers. The story is developing. Maybe you're not me now because it sounds like we are in the period. But after the 15, you'll get to understand. Okay. There's one person you just listen to. Listen to the rest of the people.
But again, Francis, could this be part of the regular could this episode, could we consider it as part of the regular legislative politics that will go on? Like, okay, so you want this to happen. You say, gentlemen, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Okay, this is what we have on the side. This is a package for you. This is what you stand to benefit if you did this or if you did that. Is it possible to consider this as part of the regular legislative politics that will go on?
All right, first let me put two numbers out there. Because there were 31 representatives that went to his house, right? I think 31. If the number is
39.
39.
My math boy.
All right, I did my math for 31, so it will even be worse. And I believe if it's 25,000 or 5,000, he's talking about USD. So if we took
So you're not
25,000,
doing another calculation again.
if we took 25,000 and give that to 31
No, I
representatives,
agree. That
that's
perfect.
700.
Math you want to print is I
That's
agree.
775K. If we took 5,000 and give it to 31 representatives, that's 155K. I just want to put that number out there. But like,
but the first thing that needs
Rogers,
to be clarified, Francis. Sorry, I'll interrupt you a bit. Sorry, Francis. The first thing that needs to be clarified is whether this 5,000 or 25,000 is going to be going across to all the lawmakers. Because if what Jerry is saying is something to go by, legislative program that's going to come through the budget, is going to be a program called across. If that is something to go by, then what I'm getting from Jerry is that this is going to be a program that will go across for all lawmakers, regardless of whether you voted for Richard Kuhn or not. This is something that will go across. So that's the first thing that needs to be clarified. But go ahead.
I think Jerry and I watched two different videos.
Okay.
We watched two different videos right now, because what that old man said, he said the puppet tried to say he would give them. I will use the number he used. More at least said 5,000 according to you, but he said the puppet said he would give 25,000. So our people that are coming from our district, we can help them to go back or come this and all. There was nothing about we come. No, based on what the puppet said in the video. If we just go word for word, we don't try to put things to try to intellectualize this whole thing. The puppet said, he said he would give us 25,000. He was referring to those 39 people that were at his house.
Let's focus on the people that come. The aspect that says the people that come from the district for them to go back. Is this something that has to do with it? Are we talking about inauguration? Are you figuring out inauguration here? Like the inauguration is coming on the 22nd, and so those lawmakers, the people you'll be bringing from your counties, your districts, when they come, something to compensate them to go back. I want to get that aspect. What do you capture?
Right, let's just play devil advocate and say, okay, that's why he meant. It is still wrong.
Okay.
It is still wrong. There's no way to sugarcoat this thing. What he did, it can be construed according to what the puppet said. If it's true, that's bribery. That's bribery. His communication team and his advisors are right here right now. They should all be fired, especially allowing him to, if that is true, allowing him to make such a commitment to those representatives. Because you called me, you said, Francis, especially you need me to fix your car. But you called me and said, Francis, I need you to fix my car. But you know what? When your son ready to go to school next year, I will pay his school fee. You telling me, say, that you're not trying to induce me to fix your car? That's what you're trying to do. Because you should have not brought that up. You should have just called me and say, Francis, this is my car, I need you to fix it. How much it will cost me? I take $10 to fix the car. You pay me $10 to fix the car, I leave. But what that puppet said, if that is true, that is bribery, and that is wrong. JB, they should come up with strong clarification, but they can't already out of the bed. That is bad. It doesn't matter if it's 5,000 or 25,000. That's bribery.
Thank you very much. Let's go you there, Francis.
In any way, shape, or form.
Let's go you there, Francis, and take. I mean, let's hear you on this, and then Prince will take us to the phone lines.
Well, everybody already said what I wanted to say. The update doesn't look good. Maybe like Jerry said, there's more to the story. I want to hear the more that's still left, but what has already come out, it doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good. So yeah, I don't know. There's no way to banish it.
We need
Are you trying to banish anything here? But listen,
even if I try, there's no way. Even if I try, I don't know how to banish it. It doesn't sound good. Maybe we don't know how this whole thing works, but what I'm hearing, it just doesn't sound like it's something innocent. It's sounding like it's sounding wrong. It's sounding the actor doesn't look good to say, "Oh, I'm giving," like you're trying to induce them to do something. what that looks like to me. I understand you really do need a speakership, and maybe because you hearing everybody else are playing with money, so he wants to do the same thing to get it because he doesn't want to lose it. But then you're all fall in the same basket right there. And then I hope this is not brown envelope as usual, but yeah, it doesn't. I
Well,
mean, yeah, look,
look,
I already
Nestle, can I
said
tell me one
it
second?
doesn't. It doesn't sound and
Yeah.
look good. I'm
And
gonna be
Nestle,
honest about it.
no,
Unless we
I
can hear the
honestly,
rest of the backstory, but the one we already heard, it doesn't. It doesn't look good or sounds good.
no, I
I don't
understand,
like
right?
it.
I was just checking on something on my computer
Okay,
just now.
okay. So,
This,
yeah.
Nestle, give me 2 seconds.
Mama, I'm going to
Check
interrupt
two.
you, Mama. Mama, I'll interrupt you
No problem,
and
Chief.
bring Prince.
Why?
At least let's have Prince to talk
Oh,
small.
that want to
They've
go
been
2 minutes.
here since the beginning of the show.
Well, it can be like this sometimes. Nelson, the show is moving on fine. You see, first and foremost, the card that is playing right now, that card have been playing since Joseph Jugin Rival time. But if you say that you came to change system and fix system, that's wrong. Period. We know that we need that seat. You know, it happened 205. And 205, I did not call the lawmakers then to get in envelopes. When
How sure are you that it didn't happen?
okay, no, no, hold on. That's it. I don't want to bring my
Yeah,
conversation. Let me tell you.
doesn't mean
You
it
said,
didn't happen, Prince.
no, I know what happened. Let me tell you what happened. And it's not play the cards for the speakership. He sent up a brown envelope. When he got in the house, you know what he started doing? He became rude on the president. And what happened? The same brown envelope to him for that. So, get whosoever the benefit of the doubt. We know we need a seat, but when the lawmakers are in there and the constituents hold them to who they voted for to become the Speaker of the House, obviously the cards can be played and recall can be made. So the same brown envelope that Snow play up to become the Speaker of the House, 205. I didn't know call the lawmakers. She said, well, if you want Snow to be, fine. If you think Snow will put the agenda for Liberia coming order, I can say destitute, it's okay. But for me, I sit and wait. And Ellie sat and wait. You understand? When he got there, he started to misbehave on Ellie. He started to argue. Now, Ellie did not play the card. People from the same clique play the cards. And they told him from that. It was how Ellie started came there. Now, what I'm trying to say that if JMB, first thing, they not call the people for retreat to say, oh, I call the people for retreat. So for this
It was a
meeting,
meeting. But Francis, what are you saying? Are you saying that it would have been okay for the president-elect to just call those people?
Thank you. Yes.
Just sit and discuss, and that's all it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, believe you me, I know how the cards playing right now. The president, outgoing president, he called in, he won the speaker position, he won that seat because of SYZ. We agree. But it left with you guys. Play your card. If I know that the agenda that I will put on the table that will come forth to the legislatures for the people, for the good of the common man, and you think that is bad, you're stuck it. Play your card that way. But don't call the people and say you get 5,000 and you say it's not a bribe. It is a bribe. There's no way you can do it. There's no way or form or shit in the form of legislative duty, legislative. No, it's a bribe. So you just come in, you even sit down there yet. Stays happening. Lead the card, let the surrogate play the game. That's how you play the cards. The surrogate card, I will play for you.
No, but do you see this as something that's so wrong, Francis, and Prince? Do you guys and everyone on set do you see this as something so wrong? And if it is so wrong as the way you're seeing it, do you think that even JMB would tell those guys openly that, like, what the lawmaker is saying. I will raise some 5,000 or 25,000 for you to get the people to get you to get the people going back to the district, to your districts and stuff like that. If it is so wrong as the way you guys are saying it, do you think he would have said it to the folks? I mean, like openly, like the way he presented it to them.
Nelson, one, he didn't say I will raise. If you play the video again, for people to hear, like some folks request in the comment section, it is clear that the pape, I always choose my words cover. I said, if what that representative is saying is true in his words, because he was in the meeting, we were not there. So if what he's saying is true, there is no such a, I will raise the money during session when I'm in office. No, right now he's not even in office. He has, where he getting $155,000 from, or $775,000 if it's 25,000 per person, or 5,000. Where he's getting that money from now? So no. If he's talking about giving that money to those people to help them, there are people that are coming and going back and stuff like that. And after asking them to vote for Richard Kuhn, that's quote pro quo. That's bribery. It doesn't sound good. It does not intention. Then his communication team, his advisors, all need to be replaced.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We're gonna move to
take that point quick.
The lines. Yeah.
Right. Nelson, the point, even if JMB have the money or historically Ryan able to gain the money to do it, Nelson, this is not the right time to do it. Because remember, the value here is for the seat. And the car is playing. So I want you to know this. Let whole people back your character, the moral character that you possess, especially the door in the house. Those are just coming in.
Okay. And you are raising a very important point. Prince, you are coming with a very important point. So let's take a look at this.
If we don't do it, it'll be like the same old group, the same old one.
Am I muted, Prince? Am I muted? Am I muted?
No,
no, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. So let's take a look at this from another point, right? And you came in with that aspect. Okay, so let's agree. Let's consider Fonanti Kofa is playing the card on the other hand. No one ever knew that, for example, somebody gave one car. After that, he said he pledge his support to another to the person until that came out when stuff like that. So imagine you're talking about a process where, for example, someone is giving car to another person, for that person to vote for.
Right.
You're talking about a process where someone is calling lawmakers. Maybe your opponent is calling lawmakers. This person is not from the ruling establishment, though. Not from the ruling establishment, not from the power that be. And we're talking about an election that is not just for ordinary Liberians. We're talking about 73 lawmakers, or let's take the 4 that are having that court issues. You'll be talking about 69 lawmakers or so. Now, you're talking about a process that involves just a few group of people who will be making a critical decision. Your opponents are giving big, very huge, fabulous offers out there to those people who will be making the decision. Are you saying that, Prince, it would have been prudent enough for JMB, for example, the president-elect, to sit supinely, do nothing, just call the lawmakers and say and give them tea and bread? After eating tea and bread, then you tell them, say, so that there you go, you're more thinking about it. I want us to look at that point as well. Let me hear from Shelley. No, you're not coming, Prince. Come down a little bit. Let's hear from Shelley on this one.
Nelson, that is a really, really brilliant, generous way to put that question. And I mean, you always a smart man. You try to come up with stuff, but let put it to what it is. I don't care how you turn it around. I don't care how you sugarcoat it. I don't care what you want it to look like. That is not good. That's what happened. So I'm glad that but again, if you say that his communication specialist already now come out and say 25,000, even if it was $1,
5,000. That's why we're getting 5,000.
5,000, I mean, came up and said it's 5,000, it's not 25,000. It still doesn't make it right. And then also I hear that I hear you say that, oh, it happened before. It doesn't justify that he need to do it because we want change. If we want change, we're not going back to what happened before. So are we saying that the government did not do nothing for the Liberian people because they did it? So the people that are coming in now should follow that footstep? No, we want to set good example. And I think it starts from the president. I expected the president to have a meeting with those people, a man of integrity, and just be like, look, this is it. If you are for the Liberian people, you will know that the Liberian people have entrusted me to be their leader. So,
Shirley,
that's
again,
the person that I'm carrying to be the speaker, and I want you to vote for me.
Shirley, I'll interrupt you, Shirley.
Okay.
You're talking about a race. This is not a bread and butter race. No, this is not just an ordinary race. You're going against an opponent who is financially potent. The opponent, for example, who just dropped the card. Information has it that that opponent gave just one lawmaker a pickup. You know the value of these kinds of pickup. A pickup. Let's talk about the major. He was not a major contender. He wasn't the major contender. Let's talk about what the major contender is doing. All right.
And I understand that, Nelson. I think we're still saying the same thing. Nelson, I think we're still saying the same thing. I think what I'm hearing from you is you are justifying why a 5,000 should be given to the people because someone else is doing the same thing. So it's okay for him to do it. Then we are not preaching change.
Oh God.
I don't think we're preaching change.
It's not
Because it's not because somebody else is.
We're about to wrap this thing up.
I know, man. All making it thing low. All making it thing low.
Baba, I have my hands up.
My hands been all nonsense, man. I mean, don't do that.
Let me go ahead. I have my hands up.
Don't interrupt the females, but let's take Prince. Don't interrupt the females, but let's take
Don't
Prince.
interrupt the ladies, please.
All right. So, Elsie.
So, listen. I understand Mr. Prince.
Okay, Mr. Wade. Let's take the female quickly.
So, I understand what you're trying to say, right? I can also understand, and I can also what goes on in Liberia is the norm. They are used to that. Of course, JMB wants the speakership, and all the money are flying around. If he doesn't do anything, it's possible that he will lose it. I understand that perfectly clear. But if we also trying to something change that to say we don't want it, we don't want these things happening anymore. We're supposed to put an end to that to stop these things, to hold people accountable, the people that are doing it. So, in a way, if he doesn't do anything, I understand that it's not going to be good for him. He might lose it because these people are throwing money in the cars around.
There's that concession.
I can also understand that, but it still doesn't make it. Maybe the person is not explaining it right, but it's still that just the obstacles is not good. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So let's highlight
anything because by all means he needs it. He needs to fight and get it. Yes, he needs to do it. But I'm just saying that it's not right. And in order to stop these things, you need to not just say you want to be the change. You should also put a rules down, a law down that will stop other people from doing it too, because that's the only way it will be a fair playing field. Because you can't say, "Oh, I'm the Messiah and I'm trying to be the change here," and other people be playing dirty, and you sitting there and trying to be Jesus Christ. It's not going to work.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, but just before you come in, let's highlight this comment from Michael.
People should understand what the
He
president
said,
said to that.
Nelson, people should understand what the president-elect said to the representatives. The inauguration is to be held on the 22nd. People will be coming from all parts of the country. Now, the president said, I will give each of you 5,000 to help get your people back to their districts. What's wrong or what is wrong with doing
This
such?
brother understanding what the question is. That's not what the video said. He misinterpreted what was said.
No. The video said.
Maybe the lawmaker is misinterpreting what was
The lawmaker said it.
Because he was the one people that he spoke with.
Let's go back to the
The
video. I'm going to come
lawmaker
back.
is the one who's not explaining it right. That's why
No,
we
he said that. He said
I'm
the
going to
paper
come
will
back.
give all the money.
Yeah, I'm going to come back and give each person a minute. But let's go back to the video here. This is the video, and this is exactly what the lawmaker said.
Lawrence S. Kamara and I work for Red Power FM TV, Broadview City. Let me commend you for this major press conference. It's being alleged that lawmakers are going to Walker's place and allegedly receive $25,000 from the incoming president ambassador Walker to support his candidate Richard, who is a lawmaker District 11. Do you want to comment on that? Did he receive your own share of the $25,000?
Well, thank you very much. I was there when the woman make it clear that you will be giving $25,000 to each individual so that they will see receive and support their district. Because district dwellers will be coming to Morovia, some will be going back, and so you're there to serve them. You don't need to go back to him to say, give me this so that I can carry my people back home.
So the 25,000.
So you heard that?
Yeah.
District dwellers will be coming. So if not for inauguration, what else would district dwellers be coming for?
So let me just
Yeah,
put my
let's have mobile to come in. Miss Cora, welcome to
the whole thing,
the show.
Right? This is politics playing here. It's not about bribery. That's the concession. Now everybody thinking that the puppet trying to bribe. Blah. It's not about bribery. The thing here is the speaker is the third person in command of the Republic of Liberia, and the only way we can get that speakership, and we want opposition. The only way we can get it, and listen to what the representative said. He said as a bribery, the people that are coming to attend the inaugural program or the inauguration will be compensated or transported back home, or someone else
helping the situation.
Coming from distance and other places. But the way we see it like
backstage and be interrupting.
Now and the way we see it in the whole different direction that the puppet bribing people, blah blah blah. This is not a concession. This is not a concession. We're talking about third person in power of the Republic of Liberia. You put Fanatic Cover, what you know Fanatic Cover doing now? I say Fanatic Cover to giving people money. He doing all these things for him to be elected too. Because he understands the speakership. Without the speakership being given to JB, right? All the hell will do is will say, bravo, not going on this. When Fanatic Cover get it, the president get a concession that benefits the whole Republic of Liberia. And then Fanatic Cover says, no, that he can go and step on it. You're the simple say why the Papa not play his card well. There is not about bravery. And first of all, there is not government money. Don't get it right. There's not government money. There's nothing about government attached to that money. That money is individual money. And he's doing it based on his interest and the interest of the Liberian people. So that when he put a bill on the floor, so our people can be able to, so that the speaker can be able to put it on the floor and vote. And Mama last point vote for that identical bill. That's the reason why. So the whole thing, bravery. I disagree with you. I disagree.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you there and take Francis quickly, then we take Miss Cora.
Mama just made the whole thing worse.
You make it worse, Mama. You're not helping.
You just made the whole thing worse. Hold on, Mama, you are speaking, let her finish. But even coming up and saying that, he doing it because he want to get a speakership, even Fanatic Cover is giving people mansion. There should be law to go as a Fanatic Cover for that. But
how do you make the law when you're not in power yet?
But I know, hold on, Nelson. The issue here we said we all bring that as a man of integrity. So in the mobile is talking about, it's not government money. All right, then bring the question. They bring me the question. Where you got the money from? When Spoon had to raise money, when Unity Party go on Spoon to raise money for his campaign. But now you can dish out if it's 25,000. and I did 31 people, that's 775K. If it's 5,000, 155K. Where he get that money from, in his pocket or in his house, or personal money just give to these people, it doesn't look good. It is terrible. He's shooting at said, even when the people come with inauguration, who bring it in? When they cut it, should go back. And he said to the people, it was referring to those 39 people that went to his house. He didn't say, oh, when the people come, all the 73 representatives, I would give that people, I would transfer that people back. He was speaking to those people that went to his house. So you start trying to make it seem like, oh, he said, oh, when after inauguration, he was doing for everybody. You guys are making this bad. It doesn't look good. We hope it was miscommunication, but I still go back to his communication team and his advisor should all be relieved of that video, but they are terrible. They are terrible for that mistake. That rookie mistake.
Thank you very much.
By allowing him to say that it is true.
And bring in Miss Kura quickly. Miss Kura, go ahead.
Let's see your mute button not working.
Wait, Nancy.
You still talking?
All right, Paul, I still Google now.
Yeah, Nancy.
Now you're working.
For what I just been listening to, especially from the I would take the words from the representative. For what he said, the video that I watched. Before I go to Francis and that of Moluba, please give me the time. For what I've heard from the representative, money received. There are people, there are local government officials that will be coming. From what I know, I just listened to. He said your people, it's not a family, but the local government officials that will be coming from the different counties, from the different districts, those representatives that are representing those counties and our leaders. He said, from what I've just heard, that the 5,000 will enable you transport your people. These are people that have not been receiving salary. I think I stand to be corrected. These are people that will be coming using their own money to come to witness and grace the great occasion. So he wants to just motivate it. It's just a form of incentive to give them an incentive in order for them to be able to go back. It doesn't mean that when you come, they don't have no say in putting for Nati Kofa into the seat as speaker. But from what I've heard, it's my own clarification. Then when it comes to Moluba and that of Francis, if somebody says I don't have money, you living in a developed country, most time when they have the election, I see people going out and lobbying, they having campaigns, they're raising money. They raise a lot of money. If the money is there, that money doesn't mean that because the president elected, you don't have money. So if they raise money, he don't have right. If the official getting the right to use the money for a particular purpose, yes, they will use it. What somebody don't want to be questioning him, he personal money. He said, I don't have personal money. But the party, school network, whosoever that raise money for him, people were getting right to use it. So what would make it look like he wants to be corrupt? When the money is there to be used, then the money be used. So Moluba, for you, my brother.
Thank you.
So how you want to treat me? Down there, I can't hear.
Thank you.
No, let him learn, man. Don't do that.
I just come in 13 and telling me thank you like that for what now?
Let him learn, man.
Okay, thank you, Moluba. And you, Moluba, for you. Let me tell you something. If Fonete Kufa going to spend millions of dollars, then he spend it. The people in the House of Representatives, this time we're asking them to please vote their conscience for Liberia's sake. We should not vote based on what people will give us. If we go behind what people will give them, they will do the wrong thing. I don't know what they intend to do, but let's do the right thing for Liberia, for the children's sake, for the country, so we can develop Liberia. So, Nancy, I finished now. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Let's go. You talk for 10 minutes.
I'm still coming back.
Tammy, you still talking out the back there. Nelson, what happened to your mute button?
I managed to have hacked my system. She hacked,
I mean, hack your system.
you hacked the system. You just coming in and hacking the system and going back. But that's okay. But Cindy, welcome to the show, man. Let's hear you on this, Cindy, and then we'll go to the lines.
Nelson, I was watching. I didn't want to come on tonight. I was busy with my homework. But when Monba started talking, my blood was boiling. Not because we supported
your blood was boiling. You gotta go backstage small. You gotta rest. You gotta calm down. Breathe in, breathe out. No. Alfred, Alfred, we're gonna bring Alfred on. Alfred, let's hear you. Alfred, what's your take on this?
But let me get my point.
Nelson, so you for saying he had a back because his blood boiling.
He was doing the wrong thing.
I want to make the calm down. Alfred, let's hear you. What's your take on this issue?
I think you coming to me to the back too, because I didn't want to come tonight. But the way the discussion going, especially when Mobile started talking, I think it was boiling my blood. I was making you see I can't also.
Why you the back? Bring Sandy on.
I told you you're not helping the situation. I told you you're not helping the situation.
That's it. Let me get my point, bro, please.
Nelson, what are you doing?
Nelson, what are you doing?
We must
we gotta put two hands to the back.
We must speak to this issue.
We gotta go to the back.
Because we supported JMB mean that we will be silent when he's doing something that is inappropriate. I sent you a message that came from my district representative elect, the Honorable Jacob DB. He was at that meeting. Yeah, I sent it to you. I sent it in a late night chat room.
Okay.
He sent a message after he attended that meeting. And he said the president-elect said he's giving them 5,000 each to celebrate the inauguration. Nelson, this is the issue we have. Empowering individual lawmakers.
Yeah.
Giving them handouts. You want to sit there and say JMB money, that private money? JMB is the president-elect of the Republic of Liberia. He does not have private money. So even if the campaign, oh my Bible.
Thank God. Let me go back.
So I removed it.
And Alfred, when we get lost,
Alfred, go. Oh no, boys, Alfred, go ahead quickly. Let's hear it because we have to wrap up.
Thank you. We all came on this group up. We did our overtime, supported Mr. Joseph Yuman Boakai because we believe he's a man of integrity. We have followed his lifestyle over the years. It is too early for the president to catapult himself to William V. Stockman, because this is how William V. Stockman used to do. He used to cajole our lawmaker that he was there for 27 years. When he read it, he will call it.
But listen, Alfred, we have a situation. Alfred, we have a situation where we have a situation. No, I come here, Alfred. You are finished. We're finished. Alfred, I will give you the chance. You're finished. We have a situation where the opponents, those that are equally contesting for this thing, they are dishing out the money. And I tell you what, they're not joking. They're not taking this for granted. It's like a lifeline. It's like something they want desperately.
Let me say this to you. Let me say this to you.
If it means that John Brown will take loan, I can't mute him, man. If it means that John Brown will take loan to get this thing, John Brown is taking loan to get this thing. That's the situation. So I mean, let's hear your take on this. In that case, in that environment, given all that's going on, was it wrong? Do you see this as something wrong for JMB to give those lawmakers for him to promise them 5,000 that during inauguration or whatever, when your people going back, so you guys can take care of them?
That's why the inauguration has a budget. I listened to my big sister here, Sis Cora, talking about the president. These are those who are coming here, local officials from the various counties. That's why you have an inauguration budget to be able to accommodate all those local officials that will be attending the program. Okay, it is not only for you to make a budget. I'm
coming. You think the inauguration budget is to take money from there and give it to people?
That's why you having the budget. The inauguration is a national inauguration. It is not a Monrovia-based inauguration. It is not a JMB inauguration. It is the Republic of Liberia inauguration vis-a-vis inaugurating the president of the Republic. So if you are making a budget, it should cover every aspect of the program, which means if you have local officials that are coming to attend the program, the budget should as well cover them. Now, when you go sit down to your holiday, you can't tell representatives that you are getting 5,000. When you told us that you are living alone, when you told us that the government,
but it's not money. It's not personal money.
You understand? So
Let's
no, let me just end on this. Let me just end on this.
Let me just conclude quickly, Cindy. Cindy, you have to conclude.
What are you talking
after
bitch?
it's done, Cindy, conclude. Okay, so Cindy wants 1 minute to do that.
Nelson, my problem with this thing is the fact that lawmakers are receiving handout. You are giving money, 5,000 to lawmakers, individual lawmakers. This has been a continual problem in Liberia.
Say that.
Our county used to receive the county
development
fund. True, it was a committee set up. Now they started giving it to the individual lawmakers. When you take money and give it to an individual lawmaker and say, do this for your district, do this for your county, you never see any result. This is what we fought against when George Weah started doing it. Joseph Waka in his early stage now giving handout. The message I sent to you, I have it on my phone.
About a handout, Cindy.
That's a handout, Elsie.
Now,
That's a
professional
handout.
people go and they sit, for example, they go for workshops, they go for meetings, they sit for a day, and they receive, compensation, selling fee, and what have you.
This is not a selling fee.
There's incentive for the people that are coming.
For what work?
Because they are coming to press.
Miss Cora, let me end. Get a transportation bus, take the people back. Set up a committee and feed the people. When you give that money to my representative elect, Jacob B, and expect that Jacob B will take care of the people coming, I do not
think. This is politics. This is
hold on.
No, don't interrupt him.
Hold on. What you say here actually destroyed JMB, Monba. If you don't understand that, your analysis was very poor. I must be honest.
I agree.
JMB is a public figure. He's the president of the Republic of Liberia. He does not have his private money. This money being given to individual lawmakers speaks volume. It's a bribery. Telling them,
thank you
for my candidate.
We're going to the lines now to take some calls.
We will not come here and scoop up water JMB activities every time. No.
We'll come back and you'll conclude.
I now conclude. Can you allow me to lay my thought back?
Yes, you did.
What do you want to say again, let me get my.
Yeah, Prince, you gave you a parting comment. We're coming back shortly. Guys, you want to put this show on fire tonight, but it's not going to happen. I have the fire service truck right next.
You got water in there?
Thank you for reminding us. Where's your
you got water in the fire truck?
Where's your fireman?
No, he's the fire service boss will appear. Of course, he's going to come. But let's go to the line and take some calls. I see Raymond coming in with a very good background. The bar roll and stuff is not in his background. But let's take some calls now. Beginning with this one. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you're calling from. The number to call 0555-101075, 0555-101075. And then we have the WhatsApp line that I'm pinning on the stream now that you can use to call, and you'll be live on the program tonight. The late night show, of course, we're here tonight. I'm trying to get the WhatsApp number up. Okay, so this is it. It's really on the screen there. 0555-101075 is the number to call, and you'll be live on the program tonight. So let's go ahead and take our first call here. Let's take this person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from?
I'm Alfred Robert calling from the GS community.
Alfred Robert, go ahead quickly, sir.
Yeah, I listened to the show this morning. It's very much interesting. We trust the platform a lot. Spoon, radio, these are the platforms that carry out the message for this is the president-elect, Honorable Joseph Numambwa, President of the Republic of Liberia. We believe the platform speak on transparency. And now if we're looking at such topic and coming at this point, we are feeling disappointed. Because the lawmakers are controlled by the president of the nation. Whatever thing they decide to do in a will, that what will happen, they will not speak for the Liberian people. They will not work for the Liberian people. We are going back to the same old suffering that we're living from.
You're going back to Egypt?
So we trust the platform.
Thank you.
We expect to be bold in the discussion. We expect to be bold and transparent in every other thing. You people are our head now. You put our leaders to deliver the message for us. Think of it.
So what thing getting you discouraged in the whole thing here now? Just go to the point so we can take the next call.
So what we are saying, for me,
not that you,
right now,
for you, what you are saying.
The discussion on this 5,000, 25,000, you have civil servants that don't even have the money to even pay their children's school fee.
Okay.
And you are getting 5,000, they never really have budget. It is true.
Thank you.
Now you are discussing our election in the
Thank
House.
you. Let's yeah. Let's do you there.
Promising them that you will be able to compensate them. That money cannot be used for.
Thank you.
Less fortunate Liberians.
Thank you. Let's go you there and take this person. Hello, you live. Your name and where you call from.
My name is Alfred Davis. I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah, in regards to the panelists talking about Walker is trying to bribe people. Look, let's look at life in another context. Here in America, as where we live, presidents will always try to push their agenda. And yes, ours is in the open right now in terms of what's happening. What I'm looking at here is the opposition now is trying to find people in there that will block his agenda. So they want to put that person in place. So until they can find a way to get their people who will support their agenda, we'll always have the same problem going on.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's do then take this person. Hello, you live. Your name and where you call from?
Morning.
Morning. Quickly, let's hear you, sir. You said what's your name? No, your line is not good at all. It's not good. So we will take 3 more calls and then we wrap up. We take this one. Hello.
Nelson?
Yeah, please go ahead. Your name and where you call from.
My name is Tony. I speak from Bushwa Island.
Go ahead.
I'd like to thank the panelists first and foremost, but I'd like to make big clarity. The first thing, Joseph Numambwa, president-elect, he invited all of the lawmakers. The 571 because somebody died from Granchi, the one Madison William. Yeah. Inclusive of Kennedy Fonatikofa as well. He invited the 73 lawmakers entirely. And then he didn't say the money is to vote for Richard Kuhn. Get that clear. He didn't say vote for Richard Kuhn. Somebody is saying that the budget does not cover for bringing local constituents to Monrovia to celebrate a national event. The 600,000 does not cover if I'm a representative for District 1 or District 3 in Grand Cru. If I want to bring, a lot of people are excited to come and celebrate in Monrovia. So he invited everybody. And then it was a compensation because too many people are worrying from the rural and Leeward counties want to come in at 10-day inauguration. So as a leader, we collect money for campaign. People may contribute to the campaign. It is to keep the money in your heart. Joe Biden support. If I'm running down people around the world in Europe, they raise money. People contribute to Barack. Barack used the money to buy food to facilitate programs for the locals. The 73 were invited to make the program stick and collective and get people from the rural area. He didn't say this money is to go to Richard Kuhn. So get it across. Even Fonati stay away, but they were all invited. Everybody was invited to form part of the. And he's the president. He should cut across everybody.
That's all you there.
I'm going to pick and choose myself. I want to go to the program as well. I want to attend the program. So if I'm decent, I'll be happy if my lawmaker invite me. And
pay away you go. Pay away you go. Pay away and go, Pony. Pay away and go. Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, you are second to the last caller. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm VJ Blue Namwe speaking from the community.
Namwe, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Okay, those who believe that they can get change without work, they are just joking administratively. If you have an agenda, though you report there, you must work to see them through. This is why I wanted to understand that Waka is doing the best thing ever. Because he said that tomorrow the other people spend money and the people succeed. Then he drained that he want to give to Liberian people. When he not where they will end up blaming him. So there's nothing, no change without work, no change without mentor.
Thank you.
On the right track.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, you're live.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please walk away from your radio. Please do that for us. Can you walk away from your radio, please?
Yes, I've done that already.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, Jackson, I'm coming back from Ghana's Vale.
Go ahead quickly.
I want to ask all the guys who are against this in the studio there, what do you make of promises that were made by candidates when they went in the various districts to people that if you vote for me, this is what I'm going to do? One, what do you make of money that was given to constituents or to citizens across the country when the people went there to canvass, giving them cash that you want you to vote for us? This is your co-worker, this is your something. Then come back to the issue. It's more, that is even worse, is when President-elect Joseph Boakai lost a speakership. Will he be able to push an agenda that will benefit the very constitution that they are speaking for if he wants those agendas to pass in the House and he has an opposition lawmaker or an opposition speaker? So I see nothing wrong with what President-elect Joseph Boakai is doing with that. It is a very prudent step that he's taking. And even if it is meant for those people to vote for this speaker,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll take the very last call now and then we'll go. Hello. Yeah, go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, I'm Subak.
You say your name is?
Subak.
Okay, just go ahead. Your line is terrible.
You know, can you get me?
Okay, I think. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. You are more the show, and people are beginning to blame Ambassador Boakai for doing that. And somebody saying that, Ambassador Boakai was trying to generate money during the election, to run his campaign. Even Kumi, who is claimed to be the most richest man in Liberia election, he even went to Atlanta to collect to get money for his team. He can mean that Ambassador Boakai will sit there and allow opposition to take that because that speakership is not as people think that it is. It is very, very powerful. If people on that panel think that CDC should take it and Joseph Boakai and Ajana going to walk in the park, they are saying that because CDC wants to strangulate this government. And even I don't support any form of bribery. If Boakai wins and he wins that speakership and begin to start sharing 30,000 in that house, I can pay for him from my pocket. I can pay for him from door to door, keke to keke, from motorbike to motorbike, and I did it because I want to see a country. So if he becomes president and he begins to start sharing around, I will blast at him to see what happens. Blast at we are because I want to see my country moving forward. But this speakership, we need it desperately. If we lost it, do it for ourselves. And these would be the same people who on the platform and blame the Boakai to say, he didn't do nothing. He was sitting, do anything. We need it. So even if we just $50 billion, let's get this thing, we need it.
Thank you. We're going to come back to our closing now. We're out of time. Seriously. We'll take 1 minute each for our closing.
Can I stop? Yeah.
Maybe I should set my timer so that we don't cross the 1 minute mark.
The last be the first.
No, the first shall be the last.
Yeah, the first shall be the last. Meaning the last shall be the first.
Shall be the last.
No, the last shall be the first.
Remember,
The
we'll
first is the
advocate. You
last,
go
the
over
last
2
is
minutes
the
video
first.
live. You enjoy a 2 minutes, my man. We'll advocate for you. You go over 2 minutes.
Let's hear Prince. Go ahead.
Okay, Prince, go ahead.
All right, so remember what's up, Bob?
I'm good, brother.
You took two 3 seconds. Go ahead. And you're taking 5 seconds to laugh.
Look, let me just say this crystal clear: is that I said it before. The House, the Speakership, agree we want it by all costs. We need it, but Jawan Nelson, my brother Sandy said, why the old man never said this a month ago? That hey, I will make sure for the inauguration program that will be coming up, our locals that will be coming from these places, I will make allocation for the lawmakers. That's number one. 2 of it, let your surrogate do the work. Leave it with them. Leave it with them.
Thank you. Let the surrogates do the work. Thank you very much. Time is up. Let's take so Raymond is just coming on, so we'll give Raymond 2 minutes.
Thank you, Nelson. Fellow panelists, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for a well-conducted show and the topic today. But I disagree with a lot of you. And sometimes when we come to discussion, we should have a lot of information in order to analyze adequately. But when we come from a place of perception and preconceived evil without having truth, our analysis will be flawed. Giving 5,000 to someone doesn't just make it wrong. The purpose for which is given and why is given and why are these individuals being used, then we're trying to suggest that government should not be functional because they are corrupt people. Representatives are the nucleus of the government. And when you govern, you want to decentralize. If decentralization is a focus of your government, you want to work with community organizations who are more linked with the community organization when you do not have your functional apparatus of government, that the internal affair ministry functional right now. The cluster is being stonewalled. Who do you work with other than the representatives who are also government officials? And when you work, for me, I did community mobilization because I work with NGO. When you want to be effective with the people, you work with the grassroots. And the closest people to the grassroots, their leaders, are the representatives. Because you do not have the power of gavel. Joseph Yuma Boakai have not been installed in the office. So he cannot go and start working with the parliament chief right away. His closest. And someone clearly outlined it. He called all the representatives. So he was not intending to induce people for vote. Because even if Fanati Kofa was going to go there, he was going to receive the same amount. And what there was the meeting about? His legislative agenda. He's willing to work with everybody. And if he raised money for this inauguration and not going to use the Liberian people money, that is deplorable. If local town chief, parliament chief, other local leader, women chair, community youth chair from the different ministry, from the different counties can come, that tells the people that this government is about them, it's for them, and that's the way to. And I applaud him because he's wiser than a lot of us here. He understands how government works. Then a lot of us here, and he's willing to unify the country.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ramon.
Yeah.
Nelson, I gave my 1 minute to Cindy.
Oh. No, you can't give your 1 minute to Cindy. It's either you use your
that's my closing. I gave my 1 minute to Cindy.
Why not? She doesn't want to say anything. She gave it to him.
That's fine.
Go ahead, Cindy. Knock yourself out.
So we get Divi time. That's your 1 minute.
When the lawmaker received 30,000 each, we frown on them. The reason being, we wanted that to go through a channel or committee that would take care of the needs of the people in their districts. What I'm saying here, I do not have problem with JMB putting or distributing some resources to take care of people that will come to inauguration. When you start to empower individual lawmakers, you make them more financially powerful than their own people. That is wrong. When you start to give money, cash to lawmakers, you start to promote the same thing that we've been fighting against, which is empower the people instead of the individual lawmakers who are corrupt, who never go back to their people. Giving that 5,000 can only send a clear message. We are in a period of an intense speakership election. He invited them because he wanted his agenda to be adhered to. And when he gave them the $5,000 each, when he promised them, that's an indication that you should vote for my person. There's a better way to do that. What some of you are saying tonight is that the only way for our lawmakers to make the right decision to elect the right speaker is for them to be giving handout. And that is wrong. JMB could have taken a different route. Funati Kofa may be doing that. He may be buying out other lawmakers to vote for him. That does not make it right for JMB, who was the transparent, who was corruption-free, the clean man in the country, to follow the same direction. We should desist from empowering our lawmakers financially. Let committee be set up to address this issue. If this money was, that's not 2 minutes. I'm speaking.
Thank you. No. There's 2 minutes. There's 2 minutes. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
so
you.
he's taking 2 minutes now?
You are corrupt too.
No. Okay, yeah. It's 1 minute.
5,000.
Yeah, I got my under 5,000. You will tell me if I love me. but let me say, we're doing 1 minute.
So but the people say I should never come back on the show again. I mean, if I'm a physician now.
Look, we're doing 1 minute across the board as our closing. Shirley gave her 1 minute to Cindy. That's why he went 2 minutes, just for the clarity, Francis. So let's start at 1 minute, Alfred.
I will pick up from where my brother Cindy stops. We are talking about very institution. I will go back again to the budget. I listen to my brother Raymond when he talk about all that he talking. But let's be clear here, right? This is a national event. The cluster when he talk about it, they set up a inauguration committee. Put the money in that committee, and then the committee do their work. Don't come and tell us you give somebody 5,000, and listen to another caller saying where the budget not supposed to cover. This is a national government. You're talking about decentralization. It's supposed to go across the board. The budget should be able to cover everything. Everything, whether you bring in 3% for your district or you bring in 10% for your county, the budget should be able to accommodate everybody. The Joseph Bagadas will be spending a personal money for a package to get a lawmaker. This is the same thing whatever you should do. When you call a boy, you get 10,000, they'll gather, oh, you win again. Every year he win. Until our country look like that, it looking bad up, no good role, because we set a system where corruption has become the norm. We will not allow this in Joseph Boakai government. We will prosecute Joseph Boakai until you will not know what to do. So
Thank you. Why are you at the edge of your seat, Alfred?
Look,
why are you at the edge of your seat?
Nelson,
No, Alfred,
we have suffered far too long as a nation.
Thank you.
Corruption has eaten our country up.
What is not doesn't make it a think. A thing that is not corrupt, calling it corruption doesn't make it corruption. You need understanding.
Go ahead. Let's hear Francis. Francis, go ahead.
All right, first of all, let me just let elaborate people know. We all want JMB to get the speaker unity party. Am I talking? Am I on?
Yeah, go ahead.
We all want JMB to get the speakership for his party. But stop thinking that it's not true that if CDC Francis becomes speaker, nothing will happen in the country. The speaker can just sit down there and say, no, whatever legislature or bill the president bring for the entire 6 years, nothing going to the floor. That's not how it works. So you stop playing this scare tactic. We know it can be difficult. There are some ways this game can play, but the speaker cannot get hot the president's entire agenda for the entire term. So you stop panicking and shaking in your boots. JB even called Albert Raymond, say he called everybody including Francis Kofa. But look at the timing. Timing is everything. You called it over there to present a legislative agenda, but then you talk about giving them money to help that people that will come to send it back. That's not right. That's not right. That's inducing them after. Put it on your website. Put a legislative agenda on your website. After inauguration, then you start talking to people.
So, but
and
again,
also you got the bully pulpit.
Francis, anyway, thank you.
You got a bully. When you interrupt, you got a bully pulpit. So if the cover acting out, if he becomes a speaker, which of course I don't want it, but then talk to the people directly as the president got his loudest voice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So since Francis use 1 minute 23 seconds.
So Shelley
you heard that, girl. I think you let go.
Shelley is not entitled to a single word here as to what we are choosing to go. Not a word from Shelley. Shelley mic will remain mute until we conclude the show. So let's hear from Miss Cora.
My chairman, Mr. Raymond Zize, I want to say thank you. You just spoke to what I said. Decentralization is very important. What Honorable Bwaka did, he did not tell anybody that he's going to bribe anybody, any one of them, because he wants the speakership. He wants to encourage the people. He wants to bring our people from the villages and town, strengthen our local leadership. And I think that's a rare way. And NGO failed those days because we took our agenda to the people. But this time around, Joseph Newman Bwaka wants to listen to the people, like generative team. So bringing them on board will help. And the only way for now he can speak to them is through the representative. So I don't see it to be anything like BRAP. He did not tell anyone. If he want to BRAP, he would have done it selectively. But he called all of the representatives there. Those who did not come, okay. And he told them what he wanted to see happening. And I can tell you, we'll have a good structure in the leadership of Honorable Joseph Nima Bwaka. So I don't see anything like a BRAP. I don't see anything like it's a wrong timing. It's on time. He's doing the right thing. He did his budget realignment in the right place. So he did it. So I appreciate that and I support him for that. Thank you.
Mama, and no, you're out of time now, Miss Kura.
I just talking to Amy. Amy, you saw the time?
Nothing. What was her time?
Her time is 1 minute exact. Exact 1 minute. No, Miss Cora is improving on this thing, man. I remember back then.
Miss Cora is good.
When I tell her thank you, it'll be like she's just starting.
But that went for 1 minute 26 seconds.
This crowd is saying it's not corruption because JB didn't say it's corruption. Yeah, corruption.
Okay, no, I don't have to say it. But you don't want to have your own perception. You're thinking the way you're thinking.
Let's give Moba and
General guys, as I always say, general guys, right? Today, when we look at the United States House of Representatives, which is the speaker in the House right now, Mark Johnson, if you realize, if you follow the politics down, half of the bill that the people talking or he's stepping on it, you know what? You're going for Republican, you're not a Democrat. So we are looking at that, all those things, and we're trying to put our own, the railway, can be keep pressing on his. My man, put your hand down, but don't confuse me. Put your hand down. Well, I ain't about that. So look, right? That be real. And first of all, that money not intends for any bribery to bribe any lawmaker. Those men get money. Half of the men that die, they get money. They're not poor people. There's some money that they go for almost 12 years, right? They got money. So being that meeting was intent. Oh, you're going to bring up people to the inauguration. At least you can be able to pay their way. It's a compensation, my man. So you did it, they made bribing the people did it. And first of all, the public got to run a campaign. He got to run a campaign. We need that speaker's seat. Nothing can change it. So there's no.
Thank you.
When I come here and say bribery, they all want it. My brother said it, man.
Let me do your closing.
Yeah,
Let's hear you.
Can I say something before you close?
Y'all will see us.
No talking time.
Okay, that's fine. I just want you to know Maluba cannot represent a period. I just need to put that up. But go ahead.
I said you. I said I represent you.
So, gentle guys and ladies.
Okay,
this is what I want to say, right? I do, like I said, I do understand because it's not a fair playing field. Fonati cannot be spending money out there. The JMB putting hands in his lap, and we expect that it's going to be fair. The voting will be fair. I understand, but I don't like it. because both parties supposed to be stopped from doing it. But this is what when I came on here doing the election, I told you guys, if you want to vote for JMB, make sure you vote throughout. Straight vote for all the UP candidates for representatives and senators. So we won't have to come to this point. I think if y'all can bear me witness, panelists, I would say that you out. Vote one, vote all. Then we won't have to be worried about GMB giving anybody money. He will, because the speakership is important for him to have. That is the fact. That's how you would get your promises fulfilled without anybody delaying it or stepping on it.
Okay, thank you.
I still got mini, right? So
you're done. You're done.
No,
done.
you just waiting my mini. Look at the time. No. I thought I was done. You finished my term.
But again, you made a very great point. You made a very great point. You are just on time. I want to say thanks to everyone for being here tonight. I think we had a great show. We can announce that the lawmaker himself will be appearing on the Spoon Talk today. Let me say today because it's already day. He will further expand on what he meant, because he's saying 25,000 here in the video, why we saying 5,000 on the other hand. He will further explain, and like Jerry said before he went off due to technical issues, this is a developing story. There are more details that will keep emerging, and once the details are coming, the public will certainly get to know. But at the end of the day, what I can say about this is that the rule has already been tampered with. If you look at the way the card is playing, no one is going by the rule anymore, and that's the fundamental. When the foundation, what do they say biblically? When the foundation is destroyed, right? What can the righteous do? Where is Maggie? So I want to say, yes, at the end of the day, we'll look forward to better Liberia. We'll look forward to a country that we can all be proud of. They will come back again. I want to say thanks to you, Raymond. Thanks to you, Cindy.
What makes you representing?
Mama, you interrupting me. Thank you, Alfred Konowa. No, Mama, don't do that, man. You're interrupting the show. Raymond Zeze, thank you very much for being here tonight. Mr. Jirawu Cindy.
Chairman Raymond Zeze. Chairman Raymond Zeze.
And
I'm not yet chairman.
The inauguration, we're still waiting.
That won election. He gave me fire.
No, and I impeach somebody before you get inaugurated.
Right? Nelson, if I just me, right, I'm the last person to come. So y'all give me a few seconds, right?
No.
I just want to ask a question.
Yeah, I think that Maggie tonight.
Who is a representative in government? The president has the national gavel. The people who has the constituency gavel are the representative. The representative are the people in government who's supposed to consult their people through our government. The representative are the ones who's supposed to hear from the people. That's why they make laws, because they represent the people directly. All through government. When any prevailing thing comes up in government.
Okay, Raymond, you come and preach.
No, I mean, I just sharing this, right? And then we can all in an absence
1 minute
functioning government. Section. The government have functioning. Who works preferably with the people other than the representative? That leave the corruption.
Remember when you were against the $30,000? When you were against the $30,000?
Look, guys, do you remember when
the superintendent of the county and the city mayor?
Yes, we gotta make this show spicy.
All of them honor the representative.
Against that $30,000 that was given to the representative.
So my response to that, when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf built all the community colleges,
if you have going to budget, we agree.
The representatives were the ones who spearheaded it.
Exactly, Raymond.
All the community colleges.
Yeah. What kind of trouble here?
That's you wrong.
Hello. Next time we tell the people about that 419, people wanted to eat my money.
Okay, so I want to say thanks to all of you for being here tonight. The late night show will be back tomorrow with another fascinating discussion. We're going to have a guest tomorrow. It's going to be firing. You don't want to miss that. Until then, I'm Nelson Colette, and bye-bye for now.
party